Avirion to the kitchen. Are you craving that rich, creamy, and utterly delicious Alfredo pasta you get at your favorite Italian restaurant? Well, guess what? You can make it right at home, and it's probably way easier than you think. Today, I'm going to show you the secrets to making an authentic, velvety smooth fettuccine Alfredo that will have everyone asking for seconds. Forget the jarred stuff forever. This recipe is simple, uses just a handful of quality ingredients, and the result is pure, decadent comfort in a bowl. So, if you're ready to level up your pasta game, grab your apron and let's get cooking. First things first, let's talk ingredients. The beauty of a true Alfredo sauce is its simplicity. You don't need a long list of fancy items. All you need is high-quality butter, heavy cream, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, a little garlic, salt, and pepper. That's it. For the pasta, the classic choice is fettuccine. Its wide, flat shape is perfect for catching all of that glorious, creamy sauce. Of course, feel free to use linguine, spaghetti, or even penne if that's what you have on hand. The most important tip here is about the cheese. Please, please, please use a block of good quality Parmesan and grate it yourself. The pre-shredded stuff has anti-caking agents that will prevent your sauce from melting into that silky smooth texture we're aiming for. It makes a world of difference, I promise. All right, let's get this show on the road. The first step is to get your pasta water boiling. Grab your biggest pot, fill it with water, and be generous with the salt. You want the water to taste like the sea. This seasons the pasta from the inside out and is a crucial step for flavorful results. While we wait for the water to come to a rolling boil, we can start our sauce. This whole process is pretty quick, so it's all about timing. The sauce comes together in the time it takes for the pasta to cook. In a large skillet or saucepan over medium heat, we're going to melt our butter. I'm using about half a stick of unsalted butter here. Once it's melted and starts to foam a little, we'll add our garlic. I've got cloves that I've minced finely. We just want to cook the garlic for about 30 seconds to a minute until it becomes fragrant. Be careful not to let it brown, or it will turn bitter and ruin the delicate flavor of our sauce. We just want to wake it up and release its beautiful aroma. The smell in the kitchen right now is already amazing. Once the garlic is fragrant, it's time to add the heavy cream. I'm pouring in about 1½ cups. Give it a gentle stir to combine with the buttery garlic. We're going to bring this mixture to a gentle simmer, not a rolling boil. You'll see little bubbles start to form around the edges of the pan. Let it simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. This allows the cream to reduce slightly and thicken up, which is key to a rich, luscious sauce. Keep an eye on it and give it an occasional stir. By now, your pasta water should be boiling furiously. It's time to drop in your fettuccine. Give it a stir right away to make sure the strands don't stick together. Check the package instructions for the cooking time, but we want to cook it until it's al dente, which means it still has a slight bite to it. The pasta will finish cooking in the sauce later, so it's important not to overcook it at this stage. While the pasta is cooking and the cream is simmering, let's get our cheese ready. I have about 1½ cups of that freshly grated Parmesan. Once your cream has thickened up a bit, it's time to turn the heat down to low. This is super important. If the heat is too high, when you add the cheese, it can separate and become grainy. So, low heat is your friend here. Now, we're going to gradually add the Parmesan cheese, a handful at a time, whisking constantly. Keep whisking until the cheese is completely melted and the sauce is smooth and creamy, before you add the next handful. This patient process ensures you get that perfect, velvety texture. Look at that. See how glossy and smooth it's becoming. That's what we're looking for. Once all the cheese is incorporated, give it a taste. Now, we can season it with salt and a generous amount of freshly cracked black pepper. I love a good amount of pepper in my Alfredo. You can also add a tiny pinch of nutmeg here if you like. It's a classic addition that enhances the creamy flavors, but it's totally optional. Keep the sauce on the lowest heat, just to keep it warm while the pasta finishes cooking. Now for the magic moment. Your pasta should be al dente. Before you drain it, you need to save some of that starchy pasta water. This stuff is liquid gold. It helps too bind the sauce to the pasta and can be used to thin out your sauce if it gets too thick. I usually save about a cup, just in case. Using tongs, transfer the cooked fettuccine directly from the pot into the skillet with your beautiful Alfredo sauce. Don't worry if a little water comes with it. That's a good thing. Now, toss everything together gently. Use your tongs to lift and turn the pasta, making sure every single strand is coated in that creamy, cheesy goodness. If the sauce seems a little too thick, this is where you add a splash of that reserved pasta water. Add a little at a time until you reach your desired consistency. Let it all mingle together in the pan for about a minute. The heat from the pasta and the sauce will create the most incredible emulsified coating. And there you have it. A perfect restaurant-quality fettuccine Alfredo made in your own kitchen. Look how the sauce just clings to the pasta. It's glossy, it's rich, and it smells absolutely divine. I like to serve it immediately, right out of the pan. Plate it up high, give it a final sprinkle of extra Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of fresh chopped parsley for a pop of color and freshness. You can also add grilled chicken or shrimp to make it a more substantial meal, but honestly, it's absolutely perfect just as it is. The texture is just incredible. It's not heavy or gloopy like some of the store-bought versions. It's light yet decadent, and the flavor of the real Parmesan cheese really shines through. It's comfort food at its finest. So, the next time you're craving a creamy pasta dish, I hope you give this recipe a try. It's a game changer. Let me know in the comments if you make it and what you think. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy cooking, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!